Most estheticians don't realize there's a difference between relaxing a facial muscle and re-educating a facial muscle, and that difference can completely change microcurrent results. Understanding how each muscle responds is the foundation of achieving a real, noticeable lift instead of inconsistent or short-lived results. The 7E MyoLift Mini uses true microcurrent and 2 dedicated waveforms designed to support both relaxation and re-education for a balanced, natural-looking outcome. Hydration is essential for microcurrent. Sectional application of conductive gel and layering conductive spritzers keeps the current flowing smoothly and consistently. Slow, intentional movement is what shapes the face. Microcurrent isn't about pressure or speed. It's about guiding the muscles into healthier patterns of function. The conductivity indicator lets you know when the current is actually reaching the muscle. When hydration and technique work together, that's when microcurrent becomes truly transformative. Stick around to watch a full professional microcurrent session, what it looks like from start to finish.
Hi everyone, I'm Victoria Tabak, licensed esthetician and published educator who's been in the industry for over 20 years. And today I'm going to take you behind the scenes as I perform a full microcurrent facial treatment using the 7E MyoLift Mini, which is my favorite non-invasive tool for lifting, toning, and firming the skin naturally. The MyoLift Mini is one of the most effective and accessible options for solo estheticians, for aesthetic students who want to add a true results-driven lifting treatment to their menu without the overwhelming price tag. Microcurrent is one of the most natural and effective ways to support the skin. It works gently with the body to improve tone, support collagen and elastin, and create that subtle lifted appearance clients love.
What makes the MyoLift Mini unique is its dual waveform system. One waveform helps relax tight, overactive muscles that deepen expression lines, and the other helps lift and re-educate muscles that have weakened over time. When you understand which muscles need relaxing and which need lifting, that's when microcurrent results really transform.
In this video, I'll walk you through skin prep, sectional gel application for consistent conductivity, and how the conductivity indicator shows you when the current is flowing through properly. Let's get into the treatment.
Before beginning microcurrent, I always start with a thorough facial prep. This helps soften the tissue, increase circulation, and allow the cleansing step to work more effectively. The cleansing massage removes impurities while also stimulating the skin. Slow, intentional cleansing prepares the facial muscles and supports better conductivity later in the treatment. The gommage exfoliation, followed by the mask, gently lifts dull surface cells without irritation. It refines the texture, brightens the skin, and creates a smoother canvas for the microcurrent to work more efficiently. It encourages deeper hydration, and hydrated skin is essential for microcurrent, so incorporating this step early on helps prime the tissue for better conductivity. I remove everything with warm towels to open the pathways, soothe the skin, and prepare the skin for the next phase. At this point, the skin is clean, calm, and perfectly conditioned for microcurrent. Now the skin is fully prepped and we can begin the microcurrent portion of the facial. I'm applying the Renew Bioactive Complex Microcurrent Activator Gel. This formula ensures smooth glide, consistent conductivity, and an ideal surface for the current to reach the underlying muscles. I apply it section by section so the skin stays hydrated throughout the entire treatment. This part of the treatment is on the erase setting, which is designed to relax overactive facial muscles. With microcurrent, one of the most important cues to prevent inflammation is watching for twitching. The skin should never twitch during treatment. If it does, that means the intensity is too high and needs to be lowered. This phase is meant to calm, not stimulate. I begin on the frontalis muscle, which spans the entire forehead. These are the muscles responsible for elevating the brows and creating horizontal lines. Slow, controlled glides here help soften repetitive tension patterns. The MyoLift Mini is an FDA-cleared professional-grade device that uses true microcurrent, meaning the current remains gentle, stable, and biocompatible throughout the entire treatment. On the erase setting, the waveform gently lengthens and relaxes overused muscles, and the conductivity indicator on the screen confirms when the current is flowing properly, so every movement is effective and precise. On the outer eye area, we work along the lateral fibers of the orbicularis oculi. The circular muscle around the eye. This muscle contracts with every blink and squint, contributing to fine lines or crow's feet. Gentle erase movements here help reduce that overactivity without pulling on the delicate skin. Around the mouth, we start with the superior fibers of the auricularis oris, the muscle that encircles the lips. This area is highly expressive and can form vertical lip lines from repetitive movement, so relaxing these fibers helps soften that pattern. Following, we move to the inferior fibers of the auricularis oris below the lower lip to release tension and reduce downward pull in this area. Finally, along the chin line over the mentalis and surrounding fibers, helping to relax tightness under the lower lip and create a smoother transition into the lifting phase. But before beginning the lifting phase, I applied the conductive gel along the neck. The neck is one of the most overlooked areas in microcurrent, but it plays a huge role in facial contour. When the large platysma muscle becomes tight or overextended, it can pull downward on the jawline and lower face. Preparing this area ensures that the educate waveform can work efficiently. Now that we've switched to the educate setting, let's talk about it. It uses a lifting waveform designed to re-educate muscles that have weakened over time. With aging, many facial muscles lengthen and lose tone, not because they are lazy, but because they've been pulled downward by gravity, repetitive expression patterns, and collagen loss. The educate waveform helps remind these muscles of their original blueprint. Be sure to save this video so you can follow along all the different techniques, especially upward movements along the platysma, which is a thin sheet-like muscle covering the front of the neck. Tightness in the platysma contributes to vertical neck bands, a softer jawline, and downward pull on the lower face. Each movement you see involves an anchor and lift technique. One probe stabilizes the muscle while the other glides upward, creating a gentle pinching action. This method helps shorten and strengthen the muscle fibers. These multi-directional lifts help address all the fibers of the platysma because the muscle doesn't run in a single straight line, it fans outward. Students and solo estheticians often ask how much pressure to use here. Microcurrent is most effective with light to moderate pressure, enough to contour along the tissue but never enough to drag the skin. Another thing to pay attention to is consistency in your lifting speed. Slow, intentional movements allow the current to penetrate fully and retrain the muscle. Too fast and you lose that engagement. Throughout the treatment, you probably noticed me spritz on the infused conductive solution or the replenishment to help maintain conductivity. A good rule of thumb, if you ever feel the glide becoming dry or if the conductivity indicator bar begins to drop, add more hydration. Dehydration is the #1 reason microcurrent feels inconsistent to new practitioners. Now that we've moved into the lower face and jawline on the opposite side, this region includes several key muscles. The depressor anguli oris, responsible for pulling the corners of the mouth downward. Depressor labii inferioris pulls down the lower lip, and the mentalis lifts and wrinkles the chin. When these depressor muscles dominate, they create marionette lines, a downturned appearance, and jowl heaviness. Microcurrent helps by gently retraining the balance between the depressor muscles and their natural antagonists, the lifting muscles. Notice the 3-second holds. These micro pauses allow the current to fully penetrate and engage the deeper muscle layers. Moving from side to side, I continue working through the marionette line region. This area tends to age early because the depressor muscles become overactive, volume loss deepens the fold, and skin elasticity weakens. With microcurrent, we are not filling or freezing. Instead, we are retraining the muscles to lift upward instead of pulling downward. For estheticians, this is one of the most satisfying areas to work because changes can often be seen immediately after just a few lifting passes. When your holds are consistent, the educate waveform helps restore tone to the zygomaticus and support structures for the mid-face, which naturally reduces the appearance of heaviness along the jaw. I continue alternating sides to keep the lift symmetrical. Alternating also gives each muscle group a brief moment to hold the new position before we reinforce it with another pass. This back and forth approach helps create longer lasting results. And now the apple of the cheek, working directly over the zygomaticus major and minor, the key lifting muscles of the mid-face. When these muscles weaken with age, the cheek appears flatter and heavier. Microcurrent helps restore their natural upward tone. Think of this area as the anchor for a youthful contour. Here, lifting upward around the mouth toward the upper lip. This engages the levator labii superioris, which helps elevate the upper lip and improve the shape of the smile. It also counteracts the downward pull of the depressor muscles below. These angled lifting passes target different vectors of the lower and mid-face. Working from various directions is essential because facial muscles don't run in straight vertical lines. They follow curved, diagonal, and intersecting pathways. Multi-directional lifting creates the most natural-looking results and helps prevent overworking any one area. The exact same sequence is repeated on both sides for balance and symmetry. Microcurrent relies on symmetry. Even if one side appears lower, you always train both sides evenly unless you are intentionally correcting asymmetry. The nasolabial fold region is one of the most common areas clients want to improve, but what many estheticians don't realize is that this fold is not just a skin issue, it's a muscle and structural support issue. The muscles we're targeting here, especially the zygomaticus major and minor, are responsible for elevating the cheek. When these muscles weaken with age, the mid-face begins to descend and the nasolabial fold becomes more pronounced. With the Educate waveform, we're working to re-engage these lifting muscles at their origin and insertion points. This is why the direction of movement is so important. We're guiding the muscle fibers back toward their natural anatomical pathway. Microcurrent helps restore what we call functional muscle tone, meaning the muscle remembers how to contract upward again instead of lengthening downward under gravity. Brow lifting with microcurrent is all about understanding the balance of the muscles around the eye. The corrugator supercilii, often called the frown muscle, pulls the brows inward and down. When this muscle becomes overactive, it creates the levens and can make the entire upper face look tense or heavy. By using the Educate waveform with anchor and lift movements, we help retrain this muscle to release upward rather than contract downward. Just above it is the procerus, which also contributes to frown lines and tension across the bridge of the nose. Lifting through this area helps soften the vertical lines between the brows and brightens the central forehead. Higher up, we target the frontalis, the main elevator muscle of the forehead. The frontalis is responsible for lifting the brows and opening the eyes. With age, this muscle often becomes weaker, which is why brows can drop and the eyelids may feel heavier. Notice how each movement is slow, intentional, and follows the vertical direction of the muscle fibers. These inward glides support the medial orbicularis oculi, improving circulation and softening fine lines around the tear trough and inner eye. As the facial wraps up, one of the things I love most about a microcurrent facial is how immediately the skin responds. After just one session, you typically see a more lifted contour through the cheeks and jawline, softened expression lines, brighter, more open eyes, improved firmness and tone, and that radiant post-facial glow that clients always notice. But the real magic of microcurrent comes with consistency. This technology supports the skin on multiple levels. It helps retrain weakened muscles, improves circulation and oxygenation, enhances lymphatic flow, and supports the skin's natural ability to produce collagen and elastin. Unlike treatments that freeze or temporarily fill, microcurrent works in harmony with the body, creating results that look refreshed, natural, and authentic to your client's face.
And that concludes the full microcurrent facial using the 7 MyoLift Mini. If you're an aesthetic student or a solo practitioner looking to offer a truly effective lifting treatment without investing in a big professional machine just yet, this is one of the smartest tools you can start with. The results truly do speak for themselves, and the learning curve is incredibly beginner friendly. I added all the details below, including my exclusive link and my code Victoria Tabak, which gives you additional savings if you decide to bring the MyoLift Mini into your treatment room or into your personal practice. Feel free to save this video so you can revisit the technique and share it with your fellow esties who would love to add microcurrent to their menu. And of course, don't forget to subscribe. I have so many more educational videos and protocols coming that will help you elevate your craft with confidence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.